ease up a little bit and then just come in strong for team fights. You have that, you know, praise for the Shy, so I know it's going to happen, but I'm equally confident that Moyu and XX will be able to get the picks towards
Been the new addition in the series. Moyu needs to continue on this path, bring TOP to a game number 5. TOP have already fought back here in this series. They need to go the extra mile to take the road that is to the grand final. Otherwise, IG will silence them here, 3-1. We're back to the game 1 strat, starting up for the invade to look for the potential vertical jungle.
It's going to be much harder for a Nautilus. A Nautilus when behind just feels bad. You know, if you're an Alistar behind, you're like, I still have playmaking potential, all of that stuff. But if you're a Nautilus and you're just that far behind your own comp, you get a picture, like as in like you can just hook someone in, just die. Yeah, exactly, right? So I love the strategy from TLP. I wonder if Invictus Gaming try and upset it all. So far in the last 2 days we've seen teams try and upset the vertical jungling by challenging them at their blue buff, but you can already see another game where XX just starts at the enemy blue.
When we talked about how these other lanes have to be good so that the Shy can get ahead, this for XX will influence that bottom lane, which we know with the Nautilus pick being so volatile and such an off-meta pick realistically here for IG, that it's going to be impacted early by XX.
This is really interesting from them. Now, we've seen a lot of spellbook users coming through. I mean, usually we see Airy or Electrocute, so you either can be a little bit more aggressive and take some alright fights with Electrocute, or of course just amplify your poke damage if you're with Airy. But he's gone towards the spellbook. We've talked about this in the past, where spellbook gives you can sift through a lot of abilities, you get more sparkles with W, so that's nice to be able to have bottom lane skirmishes go through. The thing is here, he started with the base of teleport. He can protect bottom lane if given the opportunity, or if they find themselves in side lanes, he has a teleport advantage over a rookie. So we're back in the same situation we were in last game, where there was a college.
Really are. Right as well. Getting bullied out early means there's that safety to get back into lane. Now for Rookie, taking Electrocute into this matchup, so he can struggle a lot with the Syndra.
Yeah.
Very easy to predict, even when you get to level 6, where the portal jump's going to end up.
Like, I'm not surprised that Rookie is coming to this matchup with Plan, because dealing with Sleepy Trouble Bubble, it's a needed point. Yeah. For Knight, like, this is how you deal with the matchup. You just go all in, Q, E, just stun him.
Ning has flash, and this is the early gank you wanted to see. Trouble Bubble is there, Rookie is waiting, auto-attacking to death, XX is behind him, the flash comes forward, scatter the weak, the flash away. How Knight survives is beyond me.
I don't know why he just didn't do QE. Like, that took a long time. They thought they had the damage, and that was a good Sleepy Trouble Bubble to slow down Rek'Sai, but I thought it was an assured kill.
Yep.
So, you know, of course, we just wanted to see the stun to begin with, maybe even just a slow if he misses. So, Rek'Sai can come in a flash range and knock him up, but Knight gets out. Yes, teleport too, so he can come right back in the lane and lose nothing.
Also for Ning, trying to deny the path of the vertical jungling that's being done from XX, but he's just going to go back to his red buff. So, although Knight's out, remember we talked about the teleport and the spellbook user here on the Zoe. Not going to be too much there, as Flash was burned by Rookie in the process.
But this is going to be the strategy from Invictus Gaming. They continuously pressure through mid. The problems with the Zoe is that, like, laning phase will be an issue if you're going up against, like, some of the Ryze, the Jace, especially the Syndras of the world. Good trade from the Shy, actually.
Really good trade.
What the hell?
The Shy, if he got that Crimson Rush off as well, boy, it would be close to getting forced out of lane.
Any lane is a good lane, apparently, with the Shy.
One lane looks even better here for TOP as well, but they just stretch line him back in. XX is nearby, and you can see the work that Aftershock is providing there with the Titan's Wrap for Baolan to negate a lot of this damage. Oh,
Ben.
Nautilus, mate.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you got them. You got those. Aftershock has always loved me on that one, too. Ben going towards the Guardian just makes it so a lot of the trades that you think that would be nice for, like, if Baolan ever gets a pick, just gets negated with the double shield. So, I just love the healthier option for Logan and Ben. They know that they have their...
Okay, let's just go back into Ben. The Ignite drop down. Baolan is locked in place as Ben's almost sniped to death. Every single time they land the Winter's Bite, TOP go in, but the damage not being done onto the Nautilus in lane.
Staying in the lane, too. Ben just wants to have Logan get at least a good shove into the tower so he can base properly, but that's an added risk. Whew. All right, take that.
Rookie getting the better trades in the mid lane as well as we expected. Small CS advantage for this Syndra in the mid. And looks like the bottom lane will eventually back away in Logan and Ben.
One point, on the side is, Dematerializer being picked up by Knight. Remember, that got technically changed. Like, it nerfed in a lot of people's eyes because the way you use it is you just use the 5 charges on the canopy with waves that come through, and you have push into these matchups that are harder, right? You can help your teams a little bit more in scuttle fight battles, or even roaming to the buff doesn't have to find that opportunity. But 3 instead of the 5 changes that a lot.
Yep.
So he still holds on to it, has the earlier use of it because, of course, it's online a little bit earlier than the old minion dematerializer. So it's an interesting pickup here, where he could have gone a little bit more harder into the sustain.
Getting the 6% rather than the 4% for each individual minion to dematerialize, but still, overall, yes, the wave clear ability is still not there for Knight as much as it was before. Rookie's now hit level 6. He has dominance in this lane. He has a CS advantage already, and he's on the other side of the minion wave because Ning's nearby too. This is the real threat for Knight, and this is where it begins.
This is the death grip. Like, TOP recognized that. That's why they pinged the Raptor camp. They're trying to double down on it, but Knight can't stay there for too long because it all started because Rookie's pushing out mid lane. So it's good to see XX still able to consolidate this, but this pressure from IG's mid and jungle duo is just going to continue on.
Really is. So while you're looking at the jungle pressure, is the Shy actually going to look for the 1v1? Hang on, Moyu. There's a Sanguine pool. Runs on out with the transfusion coming back in. The Shy wins out on a trade again.
Combo wonderfully played. Remember, of course, it's ultimate to nothing from Jace, so he's able to keep up healthy within the lane. If you're just looking at the CS differences, that's a Vladimir!
He's 10 CS ahead.
Insanity. I mean, even using an Executioner's Calling so he can start mitigating a lot of the healing that the Shy is getting for himself, but it's not paying off.
Remember what I talked about with Knight? There is the execution in play. Cleanse burnt by Knight. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, the Shy.
Oh,
he has
no.
nothing with the Crimson Rush. Moyu gets the Conqueror stack, and the Shy might be forced out, but he's still in lane. Teleport there while Ning is walking up.
He has to base. He's in Shock Blast range.
Oh my god, but he dodges out, and that means here comes the Crimson Rush as Ning finds his mark in. Not level 6, but the Chilling Smite should do enough. Moyu needs to find the Shy as he does bat him away, but he just jumps right back in. Oh, XX after clearing out the ward, he's going to walk on in. They do not know Ning is here. He knows he's backing on the blast cone. Ning, going to do the camp.
He's like, I guess he just left.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take this Gromp at the same time.
So much more beneficial for Ning. Catching up on that CS as well, that was transitioning to the mid due to Ning camping and visiting that lane more often than not. So for IG, top side of this map, just absolutely styling.
Yeah, I'm not really fond of what XX is picking out. He's picking out the Rip Trail that's going to be coming up, but like talking about what the Shy is doing in his matchup, the same goes towards Rookie. As long as they have a ward or at least have an inkling that that's going to be a possibility, you're not going to be doing anything about
This
it.
is just happening. I mean, the Shy's dropped the Hema play on the Moyu, jumps back in. Here we go. Crimson Rush flashes in. We're about to see it in action as XX goes to come up. The Shy has overstepped his mark. Predator's being procced. Onto him they go. Moyu gets some retribution.
Thankfully, stabilizing comes through, right? My goodness, that was getting painful to watch. Stopwatch comes through, so it buys some time.
Yeah.
That's still crazy to look at that top lane and say the Shy is still able to just nearly get the solo kill. But thankfully, XX's top lane helps him out.
But he can only pull that off once. I mean, the Shy doesn't have flash to follow up once again, but still a lead in this lane has to happen more than once. Protobelt now picked up for the Vladimir, who, whereabouts is he? He's just come back up, heading towards the top side, while Knight has trouble bubble.
How do you know?
There is a control ward in the Pixel Brush, so I'm assuming he got spotted out there.
Yeah, that would have to be the case. Yeah, XX, I don't think he should do this one, but
He's going to be spotted out by Nick as well. So for TOB, they do quell the top lane, but still at a gold disparity at this time of the game. Knight's going to be picking up yet another blue buff after XX donates this one over, while Ning transitions to the top side again, waiting for his favorite meal of the day.
there we go. Job's done there for XX. I think it's a mission accomplished him of being able to stabilize his solo lanes. Because Zoe's able to get her blue buff, come right back into the mid lane matchup, has heal just in case something ends up happening when Ning finds a way back into the mid lane. But We're all at 0-0. Like 11 minutes into the game, and how much of a window Invictus Gaming had, nothing had paid off. So if I'm TOP, things have been working out well for you. You still have to be top lane. Olaf's nowhere near this.
Now remember what I just mentioned is the fact that Moyu's still not safe. This is the biggest issue that I love what XX has done. He's quelled out the lanes, but still the 30 CS advantage continues on as Ning is sitting in the control ward, and that vision aims nothing.
This guy has like level 2 body armor. Moyu is going as defensive as you can, so he is safe at all points. If you trying to help, okay. Vladimir dive me.
He's just got to play it safe. Once again, XX is towards the bottom side of the map, leaving him to fend for himself while he farms up a storm. XX 20 over Ning, but the patient jungler is still here.
Thankfully there's a ward here, but what can you do about it, Moyu?
Ning has the flash available. He's going to find it. The Umbara there with a Hemoplague. Moyu is going to die, and it's to Ning. The venomous bite lands again, and IG, now they want more gold.
It's still pre-14, so the turret plating being ticked down. Moyu has to come up. That's a 20-second death timer, so he's going to be losing the next wave too.
Shy gonna see the jungler here. Good information for IG. And you're right. Look at how this game's developing for the top side of the map. Plain and simple, the Shy has so much gold. Wow. 1,200 gold lead.
We're just talking about the stats, right? Look at these numbers of CS difference at 15, and you very rarely get to like actually have that conversation during the game itself. We're at 13 minutes in, and already you look at the top lane matchup, 40 CS, like that's only ballooning. Game 1, he had like a 60 CS advantage at like 15 minutes, and it's only going to stabilize at that point. While in the mid lane matchup, like, yeah, it's better. Like, it's actually just like 17 like minions, so like a lot of this is just Invictus Gaming winning in these matchups.
Yep.
And of course, things helping out a little bit here.
Talk about lane dominance all the damn time. Jackie Love going to clear out this lane, push the turret, it's gone. Invictus Gaming break the first one of the map open, have about a 2k gold lead. They started up the Rift Herald, but TOP started moving towards that objective to deny it. So good move, because that Rift Herald is not what you want right now for TOP if you lose it.
Yeah, just trying to hold off. I think they were tricked into thinking that people had based. You can already see 3 members here from Invictus Gaming pushing them off.
Some good back timings from IG on the whole, but Moyu's still around as well. This is a big pull away. This is just going to reset.
This is just the benefit of staggering your backs, because Rookie had a full back off of all of that.
Yeah.
Now, members from IG can continue to do the same thing and keep Rift Herald at bay here.
Got first items all aside for IG. Only 2 there, or 3 rather, as XX has picked up the Cinderhulk. They may have found a pick onto the Shy, but he's in with the Hemoplague into the middle of it. The Shy getting low, but will heal up. Ignite does nothing, and for Jackie Love, he's caught out in front of the Rift Herald, while Moyu might be caught out as well. The Void Rush jumps on top of the Jace, and he gets deleted. IG now turning for the fight as Bella, and the Dredge line is Rift Herald, but not onto XX, who has to Ragnarok.
It's heartbreaking for TOP, because I thought that Loken had played that one super well. Like, Vladimir suddenly not an option there. He has to be going back to base. If Jace would play this one a little bit safely, suddenly you can look towards Rift Herald, force a fight on your terms, and TOP gets an advantage off those. These are the windows that we need to see from TOP with the deficit that they currently have.
Just start being proactive, because 1 in 4 Jace is not going to cut it. Goes to show you, it's about TOP as a team, rather than, I know there are a lot of questions around 369 and Moyu coming in. But for Moyu, great game 3, but this game has just not been given the attention that he desperately needs.
That's true, that's true. I will say this, though. Now that we've kind of calmed down everyone getting their backs in, I guess we're going to have to talk. I'm not even going to talk about this.
Okay, you don't have to. Tell me what you think. Not about this, forget it.
So there's a champion in the world named Zoe, right? A lot of the times teams with deficits will be like, hey, everything's, like we still have a chance to win out. And a lot of times in competitive, you're like, yeah, you have no shot, buddy, right? Like the enemy team has so much ownership being able to clean out this game. There's no way you come back into this one. But Sleepy Trouble Bubble can still like eviscerate a lot of the members. Battleland has to be the one at front. And if it's not Battleland, all these people that can actually just get 100 to 0. Whew.
But then if you take Zoe out of the equation like that from
exactly.
Knight, this is what happens. The Pope is here from IG. Knight is half elf that has a healing hand. There was a bit of lockdown there as well. Further to your point, here we go again.
I love this champion.
Yeah. Definitely feels good to play against.
So like that's what you do if you're behind now. You just pray for Sleepy Trouble Bubble. I mean, Knight was stellar in the last game. Yeah. And he is a phenomenal Zoe player. People haven't seen the OMG versus TOP set. That was just legitimately like a 20-minute game based off of just ARAM mid. And the only one, like, they just was, Zoe got another Sleepy Trouble Bubble, you're dead.
It's 1v5, yeah.
it kept happening, and you looked at the end game screen, it was like a 50% damage percentage for the Zoe.
Yeah.
So you can have those games. Obviously, that happens when you have a considerable advantage, but there are ways you can come back in. TOP just has to play around Logan, who's actually doing quite well for himself, and on top of that, Knight who's being able to stabilize.
He's got the blue buff. There's a lot of cooldown now with the Luden's Echo at 20%, now 30 with the blue buff. So those troll bubbles going to be flying out left, right, and center. And Rookie right now does not have the range advantage, but does definitely have the surprise advantage. TOP's leaving the Zoe in this mid lane, although it's not extended just yet. Let's see what happens, because Battleland was trying to find the engage.
I promise you they would have actually gone in if that was the last game. They already, got bit for diving too deep. So we'll have to see what ends up happening here.
Battleland, good dredge line to get out, but Knight still follows you up. That's half health on a wannabe tank in the bottom lane.
There we go. That's the strategy. It may be boring, but not if they just completely lose out in their HP, right? That's still some action.
Yeah, I don't think that's boring at all. I think you're just going to see people get popped.
This is when we just have a forced POV stream.
Let's go. There we go.
Give me a
Next
Zoe
one.
POV. Not anymore. Not happening. If he hit that, that's me just demanding a POV stream for
infinite matter. Here comes Knight once again. Lands this time onto Jacula. Battleland has to face check in front of him, or rather just be the blocking forces. XX trying to play off this fact, and for IG, they clear the waves, they back away, but look at where Rookie is.
If there's no fight being forced from Invictus Gaming, Jace gets a full tower in the bottom lane.
Yep.
All of this is happening because of TOP playing through mid.
I mean, the Shy has to move away. That's going to be a trouble bubble landing again. The Shy's between lanes while Rookie tries to come in. Scuttlewake doesn't land. And you mentioned it before, Jace got the push in once again, and TOP are just getting the minion wave, plus more damage on the mid lane turret.
Poverty Jace is coming back in action. I don't know what deal he made.
The devil. 1 and 4 Jace somehow getting the lane to himself. The Shy eventually was the one to respond to it. Knight. Ooh, that's a rare one that he misses. There's
they got it
from Jackie Love. They're going to spread like wildfire though onto XX. No Ragnarok burn, but you saw a cleanse from Loken.
And it's just forcing Invictus Gaming essentially away from side. Vladimir is still farming up in jungle, so if Rek'Sai is not doing it, I'm doing it for you. Yeah. Oh no! Not well enough.
Still half health, that's alright. Could have been
Okay,
worse.
Crimson Rush, look at that. 500 damage.
How many minions? Lose 1, 2.
It's okay, you got that 4 minion buff off of 1 camp.
Yep. That's very true.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, the Shy's still so far ahead. And look at the difference. 30 CS, so to be fair, Moyu was a lot worse before, so that gap is closed.
Yeah, and I wonder what he's going to be going for.
Nine.
Okay.
Howdy doodly, it's Ning, let's go, baby!
Can't do that anymore. You can't duck and dodge from me. Empowered Rek'Sai.
Where do you think you're going? Portal jump? No way. Ning even drops the rift out. Go home. Back in the hole.
Right back in there. Wait a minute. Don't
Where
run
are you
from home.
Oh, he's going top.
You know Poppy's coming back in 30 seconds. They don't want to face his parents.
Yeah. Right to the top lane. Here we go. Get a charge off as well. I'm just surprised he went top.
It was like, this is where gambling starts. Going mid lane, going top lane, roll the dice.
We'll get mid lane turret anyway while the Rift Herald. Great solo play that's going to come out from Rookie with the Rift Herald, because IG can waste time while the Glacier Push comes down. Battleland may die, but he gets the ultimate off, or rather Death Touch doesn't go through with the Shy. He ults into 4 people. He'll die as well. The Fates Call is back out. Jackie Love left by himself. Now for IG, I complimented them a moment ago, but TFB get 2.
Complete catastrophe for Invictus Gaming. And TOP are finding opportunities.
Yeah.
Like, Battleland out of nowhere, just saying, yeah, I can take some damage, I'm just gonna sat right in front of you. They can find a pick for Knight, but he has a lot of mobility here. Let's see if he gets out.
Oh, Nine just died. Is he going to come back? The Scatter of the Week doesn't land, but Ning is back on in. No Void Rush needed. Just spin to win, baby. It's Ning on Rek'Sai again.
This was the most important kill, though. IG can now move towards the Baron buff. They have all 5 members up and available. They don't know that XX has no HP, but I think just the fact that they got the kill on the top side of the map and Knight's been the member, like the guy here for TOP, gives them that chance.
He died twice in the span of a minute and a half, just from Ning's Rek'Sai alone. With Rookie now added into the mix, 5-0-1 on the jungle pick. And that fixes the IG blunder we just saw before. Getting Knight out, he's back in about 5 seconds, but we'll have a look at how this
helicopter
going.
cam.
Yeah.
Like, we just need to see this one up close. Leafy Trouble Bubble, I still see you. But this one was,
I don't think we did.
remember this one. Oh yeah, this was Nautilus just like saying, I'll protect you, Nick, but I don't have a way out of this one. I recognize him ducking down because, of course, from Ultimate
Probably
Game
could have
3.
kept going up.
Only because Vladimir came in. Like, communication between the Shy and him were just not existing.
Yeah.
So, like, one of them could have lived, but they both died.
Then Balan dies again because Knight has found himself another sleepy troll bubble, and XX is going front to back. Ben is in here as well. Boyer following up. There's the flash, and Jackie Love gets locked on down, but Rookie sees the day of unleashed power as Balan's into the front line. We have a Knight carry again, Raz. That's a 2 kill on a Zoe. Rookie now needs to disengage the fight because only he and the Shy are alive. TOP trading even as Knight goes in for the flash.
Gave this one a flash. That's 2 flashes now. You can. Oh, wait a minute. The Shy.
The top laner, but he knows that Knight has a flash. The trouble bubble is just not going to be used. Instead, the blue buff for Knight.
Logan is playing so zeroed in,
Yeah.
so focused in these fights. Actually, one of my biggest criticisms to LWX yesterday is that, you know, when you're in a series, goes the distance, that you start to wane. A lot of these comps are actually just aiming to kill you.
Yeah.
So a few skill shots can kind of miss you and it just strikes you and you're dead, just like that. Well, in this game, Logan, who's been the silent killer all game long, is playing around Knight so well. So take a look at this fight. A lot of this one was like XX realizing, oh, I can go straight towards Jackie Love. Now, he may have died off this one, but take a look at Logan that finishes off the kill. No 80 carry there. It allows him to walk forward alongside Knight. Of course, a 1 HP Moyu to be able to nail down that one.
They found the Shy in the replay.
He was so bored.
TOP getting these trades off.
You know what that means? Let's get a replay because of that last replay. And if we missed another fight,
Just go back into
we're just going. A lot of the people out there, we're just going to be watching a replay. Isn't that exciting?
I mean, that has been the majority of LPL games that we've had so far this split, to be honest.
I appreciate like the people in the production room out there just being like, no, we got to see everything, all that action. If they could do it, we'll have a replay in a replay, like in the lower third.
The
Yes.
little boxes of
We just
replay.
need more replays.
Like, what is real anymore?
I've been confused so much.
Oh,
let's go!
We finally get
We
it.
need this replay. I'm telling you. So yeah, the Shy and Rookie, did he actually die? Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, they were attacking him. They didn't see Moyu coming in for the front.
he
But
just
guess
smacked
what?
him.
Hey, no one died actually.
Almost did. Saw a couple of orbs go down. Knight on Zoe does not die.
That's insane! Like, Rek'Sai was so close to being able to get the free kill, but he got that flash and was able to kite right back out. So damn well played from Knight. He kept calm in what was a pressure situation.
And for TOB, they've got a crucial pick. Ning's down, Balan's down, Baron's up and available, and they have the play.
Every time we've been in this position, IG has stopped them from getting Baron, but they're burning straight through this
It's
one.
going so quick. That is an early smite, but it's not by XX. Now for the Baron at 4K as in comes with the flank for Knight in the side. The Shy's in the middle as well. Baron goes down, but the Shy has a 4-man Hema-Blade. The Shy heals up. Crimson Rush. IG from front to back.
Playing around Knight so well, so...
Getting low, it's going to go down. Invictus Gaming have secured it. Edmonds get of the week. They've got Ben. They've got the dredge line again.
What?
Logan gets the face call. Might get out as well. Saves Ben's life, but almost kills himself.
My god, that was not even that much damage coming in from the Vladimir, and his ultimate almost 100 to 0. This is tough times.
They're streaming down mid lane. There's no Ragnarok for XX. He's been caught out, Raz.
Where was he looking?
I don't know where he was looking, but he should not have been there. And IG, 4 versus 5 for 45 seconds.
They got a super minion now bot lane. They have a huge mid lane wave right now. They can just look for the end.
This is the team that has won the World Championship in 2018, but have not secured a domestic title. They are one step away from heading to the grand final, and once again on the doorstep for doing so. The Shy heads into Loken. The 80 carry pops him out with the help of Jackie Love. That's the support gone, and one Nexus turret. As the Shy gets popped himself, IG heading towards the fountain, heading towards the Nexus, and TOP are forced back, routed, destroyed. Invictus Gaming silence it, stamp their foot down right here and say enough is enough. We're going to the grand final once again.
We've locked it in. JD Gaming versus IG in the finals. That was the semifinals for last split. It went to game 5. That was when now LCK champion Clid